What's up, college football fans and Mean Green fans? Noe Valente here once again with the Mean Green Show. Today, joined by JD, and we're going to talk about not only JD's return to the podcast, but also Katie Davis's return to UNT. And before we get into all that, guys, you already know the drill. If you're a fan of college football, G5 football, any or all of the above, consider hitting that like and subscribe button because that is truly all that we talk about. All right, so real quick, Katie Davis has sent UNT, the fan base on a little bit of a roller coaster ride, jumping into the portal, exploring some options, ultimately to decide to stay at North Texas. And, a preseason All-American linebacker, that's a pretty big, I don't know what the word is, commit or I don't know, a hold, a retention, for lack of a better terms, to keep someone that presumably might be the best defensive player on the team, to stay back and, help anchor this defense moving forward. I got to tell you, I think we've all kind of gone back and forth in our heads. What kind of season should we expect as fans, this, that, and the other? Maybe talk ourselves into believing for, a higher win season, then talk ourselves out. But when Katie Davis jumped in, it really was kind of doom and gloom in my mind. And now that he's back, I'm probably a little higher than I should be, and not really keeping that even kill. But think about him coupled with Larry Nixon and just everybody really. The defensive line hopefully will be okay. I know we lost a bunch of people, but really, again, it's just the fact that Katie Davis is staying. Me personally gives me better reasons to argue the point of why maybe North Texas could. I don't know. You just win more than you think. I don't want to throw out a number out there. That's not really. I'm not really a good omen when it comes to that. Obviously, it starts with one with UTEP. You got to beat UTEP and let the dominoes kind of fall where they may. But again, really excited to hear that Katie's coming back. Hopefully, it's official, right? But via his Twitter, he's coming back. But JD, what are your thoughts on this whole just this whole crazy recruiting just matter with Katie?
Yeah, it was the timing of it was extremely weird because we heard back in spring rumblings that tampering, whatever you want to call it, recruiting, that he was getting some looks, some offers, some people pushing really hard. Hit the portal, you've got options. You're a Power 5 player. We saw Brammer. He's playing at Vanderbilt now. I think Katie's right up there. Talent level, he's a Power 5 player. So the weird part was that we made it all the way till the end of June, and then hitting the portal because we're just a month away from fall camp. So I think the timing for me was the biggest shocker, just because why now? But all signs are pointing to him coming back here. So I think it may have been of hey, I've got offers. Let me jump in the portal, go take a look, and then maybe it's rare, but maybe he realized the grass isn't greener. And I think losing Deion Noville, losing the twins, if you lose Katie as well, that's a big a quarter of or four guys that were kind of, I would say, anchors in your defense last year. So being able to at least retain one of them in KD, I think it's huge. I think the amount of snaps he's took the last few years, the leadership, the knowledge of Phil Bennett's defense, I think that those are all huge and going to be needed moving into this next year. But yeah, I think that if he does stay, they dodged a bullet because I don't think at this stage, I think there's some talented kids on the roster, but I don't think you would have been able to replace his kind of production, leadership ability, all that with a month to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to lose, again, debatably your best defensive player a few months right before the season. So huge bullet dodged. I couldn't agree more. And, gives, again, us fans a little bit more reason to be that much more optimistic. And maybe we'll get our hopes up for nothing, or maybe they'll exceed expectations. We'll see. But definitely glad to see that Katie is staying in Denton. But all right, JD, well, thank you so much for jumping on. I know this was we had to do this real quick. It was, shoot from the hip, if you will. And, we'll see what happens though hopefully the recruiting craziness is over. But as always, go Mean Green.
Go Mean Green.